Cool. Good morning, YouTube. As you can see, we are going in the opposite direction to traffic, which is fantastic for now. Probably going to be more traffic, but we'll see. Holy shit. See how close that tyre was to the road? I nearly hit it. Alright, so weighing in at 97.2 this morning, so weight has come down since refeed weekend and staying down, which is nice. Obviously it needs to be moving a little bit faster than this, but yeah, all things considered, it wasn't a cardio day yesterday, so we'll see how that goes this week. Body composition's definitely improving still. Training's a little bit better. I've actually got 2 meals of cream of rice now that I can have pre and post training, which is nice. But we are on the way to see Chrissy Black, who, by the way, is ready to get on fucking stage tomorrow. So that's very motivating. Go up there and see that he's fucking shredded. Going to see Chrissy for some posing practice, which we'll remember to take the camera this time. We're training up the sunny coast. So things to do for bodybuilding, people don't understand. You know, to trust someone for posing or like see someone posing practice in person, get the critiques. Chrissy's about anywhere from 60 to 90 minutes away. But you know, every time I see him, we're always learning something new or changing things, or it's just good to catch up and chat and train. So it's always worth the drive. We'll be doing our lower/pull session today. So I got leg extensions, lat pull downs, hamstring curls, and incline zero. And as well some some pump shoulder work. So it's a good session. We'll get that in, and then we've got an hour of posing practice with Chris, where he's probably going to absolutely fuck me up. I'll probably end up dropping 2 kilos just from sweat and output. But yeah, we're going to try and take the camera in there and capture some content, show you guys how it goes. So what makes you laugh about it is when people say that bodybuilding isn't a sport or doesn't require anything athletic, and then you look at things like posing practice. The amount of guys that I see that can't pose in general, but they'll do their shirt off at the gym for a 5-second tricep shot for Instagram. Then you try to do actual rounds of posing and you realize how taxing it is on the physique, how much your body cops it during prep. So to me, it is absolutely a sport in that regard, where the performance is displayed and that can impact and determine your result. Over the last few years, anyone that has been paying attention knows that the IFBB, especially if they're trying to separate first through third or top call-outs to top places, will work you through posing. And they can do, several mandatories and quarters just to try and fade someone out and see who's been actually practicing their posing. So putting in the work like that can determine where you finish up on stage. So traveling this far with someone that is good at posing and knows what they're doing and has an eye for it is a no-brainer to make sure that I'm prepared come show day. So yeah, we've got about an hour left of driving, and then we'll get stuck into training.
Run through again, quarter turn to the right. We're going to cover off that midsection. Good. But I still want to get you around enough that you're getting this pec on. So it's a tricky balance between going from here, because you then obviously really get the chest on, but maybe even coming around a little bit wider through the top here. So at the moment you're sort of narrowing yourself off. I think if you really come around more with this shoulder, and then you can drive the bicep into that pec and create a bit more width across the particles. Hamstrings, glutes. Good. Rotate. Shoulder around more. There. Midsection in, back on. Nice. That's the shot. Good. Quarter turn to the right. other side. Just bring this hand back a little bit more so you get a bit more bicep, a bit more delta. Nice. Glute on, glute on. Yeah. So obviously the rotation is still a bit of an issue at the moment because, you know, obviously as you're trying to pull this midsection in, it's very difficult to keep the glute on whilst obviously twisting at the top. So there's a few things there on the quarter turns that we can definitely work on.
Yep.
Good, glute, glute, glute. Good, rotate more through that right shoulder, midsection in. Good, chest on. Nice. Quarter turn right. And face front. Good. That's it. Again, just in that shot, making sure that we are stretching up through here. Yep. Okay, go again. That's it. Quads on. Rotate those knees a bit more. Good. Just bring your hands down a touch. Not your shoulders, just your hands a little bit. Now that narrows go through the lats. Keep chest up, that's good. Nice. Okay. Relax for a sec. How's your migraine? Feel right? Alright, how about 30 seconds? And we'll go through muscularity.
Yep.
And we'll come back to the quarter turns, a few things that I want to really nail down on.
Yeah, you see, like, definitely leaned out, but.
So the thing is that what I'm seeing right now is your stronger body parts are leaned out.
Yeah.
The ones that are carrying the fat still probably look just as what they were a couple years back. So
like disc is way leaner.
your chest is way leaner.
Yeah.
Your shoulders and arms are leaner.
Yeah.
Your quads maybe a touch leaner.
Yeah.
There's some lines starting to come through, but the fat's still on the base of the midsection here. And particularly on your back and your glutes, it's still, it's come down a bit, but it's still, you leaned into the stronger body parts.
Yeah.
Which, you know, to be expected,
Yeah.
right? It's always your weaker body parts where you carry the most fat that sort of tend to come off the last.
Yeah. That's what we're talking about, right? It's like, we know that consistently out of these have been hard to lean out. That should be more of a gauge for condition.
Yeah.
Like, with that question, they're definitely bigger. And you see, even as they get leaner, they're wholly. So, like, mass was an issue. 4 extra weeks of growing.
But mass was never an issue in the last prep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, for classic, he was still one of the biggest dudes there.
Yeah.
It was just conditioning was the thing that we needed to really. You still won the first timer.
Yeah.
But you could have done fucking really well if
Yeah.
you were just another couple kilos leaner.
Yeah.
You've got, like I said, you've got all the mass. Let's go to front double bicep. Good. Nice. I want you to be able to hit that. Are you holding your breath or are you breathing slightly?
Just very slightly.
Okay, good. Yep. Arms up. Good. Nice. That's on. That's on. That's on. Good. When you hit that again, go for it again. You do have big sweeping lats, so when you hit it, I really want you to come up and fucking boom, really bang the lats on when you get into that top bit. Hold the lats and then hit the biceps. So sort of think about like you're hitting segments and building bricks as you go through. So start with the legs. Good. Nice. That's on. Biceps. Good. Good. Stretch your midsection. Give it more width. Good. That's looking nice. Good. Hit that for me with your feet straight together, just like you would for a front lat. Yeah. Because I mean, obviously, if we're going to do classic, we've got to practice both. Because I feel like they will expect this in bodybuilding. They'll expect more of a hip tilt, a bit more classical, obviously, for the classic front double. So we might work on the bodybuilding shot first, and then obviously we'll go through and do the classic as well.
Yep.
So let's go front double bicep. Good. Just take a little mini step to your right. Good. So I think at the moment, come up to that top position again.
Yep.
Good. Nice. That's it. Good. Biceps on. Nice. Hold. Hold. And relax. In your front lat spread. Quads on. Good. Good. This is a really good shot for you. Good. A little bit more stretch through the midsection. Good. Lats on, big pecs. Nice, that looks good. Yeah, because you're quite broad across here, you've got big lats. This shot looks really, really nice. Alright, give me a side chest.
I think they've come out a little bit more.
Yeah, your glutes are definitely a little bit more lean from the side. I think there's a bit more detail through the hamstring. You've actually got a bit more like of a split starting to hang through here now. Good. Flex that back. Nice. Midsection in. Good. That looks really good.
That's a good shot.
That's a money shot.
Now, I know we're talking about it. There's a couple of weeks in between. Do you prefer up a bit higher?
Give me both.
So obviously this one stands a bit taller.
Yep.
Like, kind of like almost I'm shutting the glute out, but I'm still trying to get that slab out.
Pull it on.
Versus then like obviously down here.
Honestly, I think I like the higher variation at the moment.
Yeah.
I think that the lower variation with where your midsection's at the moment, it makes it a little bit more difficult for you to turn and get into that position. So I think that the higher position for you at the moment looks really comfortable, and I think you get a bit more hamstring hang. And look, honestly, even glute, like I can see more glute lines when you're standing more upright than when you're sitting down. Yeah, chest on. Good. That's it, this one. Nice. Glute, hamstring. Yeah, I think I like that higher up position for now. So I think we keep rolling with that, continue practicing that.
Yep.
Let's go side try. Good. Good. Try and bring this around and try and flex this back a little bit more midsection in. Yeah. So obviously this shot will improve so much once your midsection leans up a little bit more. But I still think we need to make sure that we're practicing getting that enough rotation through here to be able to get yourself in that position.
When I was at all yesterday, probably part of where my head's from was fucking treatment yesterday was all wrong way left lat.
Yeah. Even doing some like specific mobility drills, I think would help a lot. Like even sort of laying on the floor, twisting this way, opening back up into that position, or even on a wall, half kneeling, really focusing on trying to open up that position. Because the easier that you can get into those quarter turn positions, the better those shots are going to look. So at the moment, I think what's really restricting us, particularly in your quarter turns and your side shots, is your ability to rotate through the upper thoracic. So if we can fix those two things, which again, the best way to probably improve, and look, obviously treatment will tell, but the best way to improve active range is to work through it. So even just doing some, like I said, some active mobility drills, thoracic rotation, like in upper thoracic work, sort of coming back through here, I don't know what the names are, but I think those things will help a significant amount. And then obviously getting leaner will make it easier to hit those shots too. But if we can work on those things now, it'll be a big difference. Now, obviously a couple of changes we made to this, so we're really interested to see. So go take a little step forward for me. Let's go to the rear relax to start with. Glute, hamstrings, glutes. Nice. Good. I see you standing up a bit taller now, which looks much better. Good. Drop your elbows a touch. Re-hit that shot again for me. I really want you to find the lats first, and then spread and open and then lock that position. Because at that point, you were sort of like up here, and I think if you come up a bit too high, you can tend to lose the lats a little bit when you're going into that shot. That's it. Hamstrings, glutes. Good. Nice. Perfect. Hamstrings. Good. Curl your toes into the floor. Nice. Look, the hamstrings and glutes are definitely a little bit more boxed off than what they were a couple of weeks back. Alright, give me a rear left thread. Just wiping one calf. Good. So I think think in terms of positioning here, if what you're looking at yourself, right, this front leg is very forward. So I think that if we can create a better base where you're turning and externally rotating a little bit more. So like, if I'm in this shot, right, and I'm looking at creating that X-frame and taper, my hamstrings and glutes are on, and I'm externally rotating the knees this way. At the moment, you're doing it this way, but you're leaving this front leg sort of facing very forward. So you're losing a bit of that shape and X-frame that you could have in this pose. Good. Push the knees out, especially that right side. There you go. Hamstrings, glutes, there. Good. Nice. Push, push, push. Good. That's looking good. Keep those hamstrings on, glutes on. Nice. There. That gives you so much more taper down to the midsection than sort of where you were before, which was like really in and narrow. So just make sure when you're setting that shot up, because that'll be a big change to this one for you, just really getting that shit rotated. Alright, so that relax break again. Good. Nice, nice, nice. Good. There you go. Nice.
That's better.
So I think we could probably get a little bit more out of this, a little bit more spread. I don't want you to really lift the shoulders up too much though. That's it. Good. Nice. Good.
That's good.
That's it. Nice and wide. Hamstrings, glutes. And relax. Perfect. So there's just a couple subtle tweaks there to that stance. And then also the positioning of sort of like, sometimes you have a tendency to just sort of get to maybe like here, rather than really ramping it on and getting into that position. So even if we just stand there without the lower body, and we stand with our feet together and we just practice getting to here, and then boom. There's a big difference between there and then really opening it up. That's it. Now, I just need you to hold that shot while keeping the base and your feet in position. Good. Okay, let's go redouble. Good. Hamstrings, glutes. Remember to take your time with it. That's it. Good. That's it. Nice. Hamstrings, glutes. Good. Yeah, this shot has improved significantly since the last time that we posed a couple weeks back. And relax. Good. Yeah, back shots are looking a lot better. There's significant improvement there. And even just coming down into the taper, it looks way better. Let's come back to the front and we'll do an abs and thigh. Quad, like definitely more lines on the quads. I can start to see some prostrations coming out there on the side. Even like your sartorius is really starting to come out through the inner thigh there as well. Nice, good. Good. And because we will have those prostrations, I think it's a good idea even to get really bring that quad out so you can come down and boom, blow it out. Nice. Good. Yep, back together. Into a vacuum. Just when you hit that vacuum, make sure you keep the quads on. Because you've got a tendency when you hit that transition back to the vacuum to sort of just let the quads hang, hit the vacuum, and then bring the quads on. Keep the quads on while you're hitting the vacuum the whole time. Let's do the abs and thigh again. That's good. I like the sort of subtle lines you sort of created here, with sort of just that little bit of a hip tilt, and it really creates that aesthetic shape down to here. So even if we can push this quad out a little bit more. Good. Nice. Let's flex the quad, straighten it out. Good. Back together, quads on, vacuum. Good. And relax. Alright, we'll go to the most muscular. Yeah, you're right. We'll have a minute break after you How's your lower back been during prep?
Lower back's been fine. I literally don't have any hinge movements except heels at the moment.
Yep.
Then like the thing's been really bad is the degeneration after that's actually really bad.
Oh, okay.
It's like it knots, like it's a slack.
Next week, just flex through.
Yeah.
That's it. Good. Nice. Nice.
Taller over.
Stay up a bit straight. I think I like the right. Because you're quite wide across the top here, I think that it really, just make sure that when you do that position, that you don't let the knees knock in too much.
Yeah.
Just keep those knees excellently rotated enough. Good. That's it. Flex through the pecs. Beautiful. Nice. Yeah. I definitely think that's your best, most muscular, and then yeah, I think that transition to the hands on hips will be really, really good. Yeah. When you do that though, because you do have a big chest, I think flex through the chest as well.
I was about to say,
Really bring it
push your chest
around.
down.
Yeah, and flex through here.
Yeah, that's better.
Good. Spot on. Nice. Flex chest. Good. Beautiful. And relax. Nice. Alright, let's take a minute. Let you stretch out the neck. Yeah, definitely some improvements. Up on last week. 2 weeks ago, I should say. What was your body weight this morning?
97.2, then by the time I got up here I sort of massive shit, so closer to 97.
Yeah. Crazy, you can wake up sometimes and then like wake up an hour later, be like fucking 200 grams lighter.
Yeah, so I dropped down, basically what I dropped down to after the reefing weekend, just kind of stuck there, even with the increase in food, which is good and bad. Just want to see the weight moving, but
I guess, look, at the end of the day, as long as the visuals are improving as well.
yeah. The thing I've noticed with me over several preps is like, it's almost like the visceral internal fat, and those places like lose first,
Yeah.
and then out of nowhere, like the rest of it just starts coming off. It's like there's this fucking slow period where it's just like, it doesn't move externally anywhere near as much as what it seems like when the weight comes down.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, it's just like, oh, now there's veins everywhere.
Could only be a difference maybe a kilo too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like even when I woke up from that like 98 to 97, it was like day and night difference.
Yeah.
A little bit of food, my skin was actually stretched out and full, whereas like there was vascularity across my stomach. I was like, what the
It's coming.
So it's the annoying part, it's like, it's fucking there.
Yeah.
She says all the time, I'm coming soon, but you know. You just never get there.
Alright, let's do your quarter tones again.
Yep.
Let's head into the front relaxed.
Yeah, if they're getting harder, I suppose it's
Yeah, for sure. This round already looks better than the last round.
yeah.
Good. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quarter tone to right. Alright, and these are the shots that I really want to nail. Good. 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 Get that right shoulder around. Flex the chest, midsection tight. Good. Quarter turn to the right. Hamstrings, glutes, nice.
Bubble butt.
Good. Nice. Yeah, lean back just slightly. Good. Hamstrings, hamstrings, hamstrings. Good. Quarter turn to the right. Good. Just want to see if we can get a little bit of the hamstring out of here. So even if we just drive that hamstring in a little bit more this way, flex that glute on, so really push that knee back. That's it. Hamstring, glute. Good. Now rotate that position. Yep. Midsection, midsection, midsection. Good. Flex his chest. Get that left shoulder around. extension, glute. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Glute, glute, glute. Good, forward turn right. Nice. Just widen your stance a little bit for me. Good. Knees out. Yeah, I think that looks better. So I think for you, because you do have quite big like adductors through here, so I think that as soon as you bring your stance in a little bit more, you sort of wedge yourself up through here.
Yeah.
So I think if we could bring that across a little bit more, externally rotate the quads and get yourself in position, yeah, that's much better. That's it. And you can even see a little bit more feathering through the outside of the quad when you do that too.
Yeah. This is just like, never had big enough.
What is up, YouTube? So, in case you can't tell by the sound of my voice, I have the not expected but common prep sickness, cold, flu, I don't even know. Summer here in Australia, it's been like 38 degrees. Somehow I have a cold coming. So we're resting today. I feel like an absolute bag of dicks. Lethargy's through the roof. Body just feels banged up. Yes, individually all these things are part of prep, but from what I can decipher from it, there's also sore throat, lightheadedness, headache. There is a cold brewing. So getting steps out of the way early, had a coffee, got some sun, got my cardio done. I was supposed to do posing practice with the boys today, but yeah, with other clients in prep as well, it's just not worth the risk to anyone to pull something like that. Just a kind of update of where things are. We're now 10 weeks out from what would have been Western Australia, 9 weeks of active dieting. Sitting at 97 kilos, 96.9. And look, with where we are, where we're sitting, responses, kind of making the decision that probably not going to do Western Australia this year, and instead just take the extra time to continue digging in dieting and get the body where it is and where it needs to be. If I'm not going to be in knockout condition by Western Australia, then to me it's just not worth it. I mean, chiseled glutes, striated abs, striated quads. There's not a lot of time to pull off what is essentially 7 kilos, 8 kilos, when we could be using that time for extra digging towards Queensland, the state regional show, and then pushing into the national show. So yeah, look, here's what it is. It's, again, I'm not doing shows for the experience. I'm not doing shows to get stage time. I've been around long enough now where I've got that. I know what the stage is like. I know what the shows are like. So if I'm not going to be rating at my best for it, then we're not going to do it. So I take the extra weeks to diet, continue getting lean. Like, the body is responding, the body is changing quite quickly, but where the pressure and stress of flying across the country, trying to peak, trial that out when we could do it at home, save a few $1,000s, have a week of whether it's a diet break or whether it's a refeed or whatever it might be, and just practice a look then instead. That's kind of how it's going to go. So yeah, to me, it's just not at a position where WA is the viable option, and we'll assess that the Queensland look instead. So yeah, just sort of give you a bit of an update. Body feeling pretty banged up. Got treatment this week. Got an eval call with Dylan next week? This coming week, he said, sorry. Got some back stuff to go through just to see if I can improve some things between now and the end of the season. It's at a point now where, like, my thoracic, whether it's related to my degenerative diagnosis in the T-spine, there's some days now we're just walking and that sort of stuff is excruciatingly painful, exhausting. It's all been stuff that I've had previously. It's all stuff that's been around. It's just now that, with 10 weeks left, 12 weeks left, I want to set up the off season to make sure that I can deal with these things, continue to grow and train and progress. So yeah, doing all the things in my power now to maximize my career, longevity of my body, and just kind of do what I can. But yeah, sort of give you guys an update. The week didn't go as planned. Won't get my final leg session done as I normally do. So it's kind of where we are. But I'll get my cardio done, steps done, get my meals in, work to catch up on. Yesterday was Brooklyn's birthday, so we kind of took the day off doing things, just hang out, which is rare for us. So yeah, a bit of catch up today and then probably some sleep and rest. So that is that. I'm going to finish this cardio for half an hour now, so let's fucking do it. All right, guys. Mixture of upper lower day, pull upper movements, leg extensions, hamstring curls. Even on the additional, on the 220 carbs today, definitely feeling the prep is prepping. So we got today and tomorrow before refeed over the weekend. We send photos of Scalp on Friday to see whether it's 400 or 600. But we're gonna get after it regardless and push on with our fucking leg days. Need to dry out more, need to lean out more, need to drop body fat, so let's go to work. All right, so we're just finding our reps here. Weight has dropped a little bit, but we're still trying to find that zone. Make sure the sets are still close to failure. Get up to our working weights. All right, so woke up this morning, 96.7 again. Very interesting response, but I'm definitely waking up leaner, noticing the changes in composition. So it's just teetering on that point where I feel like it's just building a leverage point, a pressure point, and then the damn wall's just gonna crack. So that's what I'm hoping is happening. That's what it feels like it's happening. Let's see. All right, standing isolated single leg hamstring curls. They're going 8 to 10, 10 to 12, and 12 to 15. Whew. Single hand lat pull downs. Now what we're trying to do here is an internal rotation of the wrist, allowing the elbow to travel a little further forward, following an arc fashion, keeping tension on the lat. So I don't really like to go to the fully stretched position here. I know that's contrary to a lot of the evidence community right now, but we internally rotate, pull ourselves into the pad, and down, stretch. There's still more than sufficient stretch on the lat here. Also trying to avoid too much lateral flexion, meaning I see a lot of people contract as they're also laterally flexing. Stay in that position if you want to, but try to avoid excessive lateral flexion. You still want to allow stretch in the lat and maintaining tension. It's fine with shortening the distance here and not getting effective stretch and contraction. Especially when I start seeing almost like an abdominal crunch just to get that lateral flexion out. People think they're getting a little extra distance on the lat. Let's go. Good Lord. Whew. What is up, YouTube? All right, so welcome to whatever week we are in. There you go, 13. 13 weeks in. It's pretty crazy. 3 months, it's gone. All right, so this week, waiting to receive check-in feedback from SCAF. It's a public holiday, so he'll probably get it to me tomorrow. But he did message me a slight change this week, which is, excuse me, which is that I am to drop 10 grams of fat and increase 20 grams of carbs. So I can see the response he's aiming for. A little extra fuel, a little easier ability to drop body fat. It's a lot easier to store dietary fats as body fat than glucose or proteins. So swapping a small amount of fats for a little increase in carbohydrates will increase a little bit of training proficiency, a little bit of training intensity, and still sitting on 55 grams of fat's plenty, more than enough to be able to get the job done. So yeah, at this point, I just basically dropped out peanut butter and increased cream of rice or powder rice flour, and that should be more than enough to kind of get the job done. This point, training is what it is. Still pressing some numbers upwards, still getting some progressions, which is good. Nothing super, nothing crazy per se. Nothing that's really to insanely write home about, but it will get the job done. From there, we have more posing really. Cardio's at 40 minutes, 4 times a week. 30 minutes, sorry, 4 times a week. Supplementation load is still quite moderate.